Welcome to my update on my holiday project. This is a project that I decided to do over the holidays while I was on break from work. So this project, I decided to build a mini battle royale. It's about 70% of the way complete right now. The theme for this battle royale, this mini battle royale map that I decided to build in UE5 and port over to UEFN and start continuing on in UEFN was Underwater City. So when I was thinking about this map, I was thinking, it would be cool combining the Gungan city from Star Wars, Phantom Menace, and also combining like Atlantis and other underwater popular culture things, and also combining it with like Apex's style of large structures. So something that I wanted to do with this was really leaning into that. So to start off, I'll just talk around my design decisions around this middle part of the map, the middle wall. Of course, it's still being built out, but the whole design point was I wanted this to be a main focal point that people can easily understand and easily like use as a navigation tool. So like the walls will point you towards the arches, and the shape language of the overall place will just like help you orient around the map and help you see more up just in general, because players typically don't like looking up as much. So I tried to angle a lot of things like building rooftops, ramps to all match the shape language of the structure so that people would instinctively look up more. This was a core design principle around making sure this entire big wall section works. This is the main dividing factor of the map. So the big hole in the ceiling that all these lines lead up to is going to be a big waterfall that falls straight into this pit here and fills this pit up with water. These four pipes are going to be sealed off, and they will open up once the water rises to a certain point. And when that happens, the water rushes out down these pipes here and towards the two on the other side into these areas. These areas are themed to be very specific different things of a hydroelectric plant. So like this is meant to be more of like a hydrothermal station. So this coned, or not coned, hexagonal shape will pretty much like get all the water in here through the pipes, and we'll start boiling it, and then like the power will go up this pipe and transfer through some pipes or wires that are connected to it. I wanted to make this a very unique and interesting POI space just to be in general. So I tried to give interesting points of cover for people that are up above you, but keep it kind of minimal down low so it's not mazy and also is kind of fun to fight in. So I could peek out on this side, peek out on the other side, and then I could easily just jump up here, and now I can peek out up here as well. To give just players a little bit more spacious thought so that they can move around and really play their way. So with this POI, it connects to a grander facility that is pseudo-symmetric. So on this side, this building comes out this far and has, there will be some structures here. I kind of made sure that this was all on grid so that people could build on this and block sight lines while also making it as a cover point once this is fully built. But for now, I have just very bare bones cover because I like to add more as time goes so spaces don't feel cluttered, so it feels more like realistic in some ways and not just like crates thrown in places. So cover or like even buildings going along this bridge will be added over time. But for now, cover is very sparse, and it's more into the theming of the POI. So these pipes come straight from the hexagonal structure and go in towards the middle part of the wall. And once they connect to the wall, they do power, whether that be for the shield or for the structure itself. Throughout the time building this, I tried to keep it all relatively scaled so it felt really like simplistic to move through. So it was very simple to get from one place to another without a lot of long time. So I tried to make things like roughly 4 seconds in length for walking distance. Some things breach that rule just a little bit. Like, so for example, this space up here at the top of the stairs, this is probably closer to like 6 to 8 seconds, but you can sprint it for about 4 seconds and it feels good to sprint in. It doesn't feel like it's overscaled or too large. I tried to make like mini computers or just like placeholder computers with these square blocks just so that they could be used for cover. And then this is a little garage that attaches to the overall structure as well that the tower connects to. So I'll quickly just go in here to the tower. This is like almost a hub to help you get between places on the map. So like I can take this and go up to the wall. I take this and go up top. And when I go up top, it brings me up here, and I can use it as a cover point. I can use it as a vantage point on like places below, or I can even just come up here and take the zip line and go across. I can even drop down to the lower pit if I want to. A main core principle of this POI was to make it so that there's enough options for players to, even if there is no build, because this map was originally designed for no build, but I made sure that build could be played on here. Even if there was no build, that players have options to block sight lines or to lower sight lines in general, no matter where a player is. So, like if they're up high, I can use this pipe to block their sight line and move around, maybe play a little sneaky and run around here so that they don't see me and kind of escape. But yeah, so overall this project currently has about 6,000 actors on it. This was all taking place between December 20th and January 9th. Which was my birthday. So I wanted to have a challenge and just kind of use the time that I allotted myself to really challenge myself to build something unique to fight in and play in, and just like a unique feeling of a space overall. So this is the other part of the pseudo-symmetric structure, and on this part it's a big elevator, a manual elevator for like vehicles or forklifts or crates to come down. So like this is just like a big structure where like some crates will be, and players can, generally speaking, just kind of like fight in between like unique levels. So, like I can fight someone that's up on the window, for example, or I can even build up to the window if I really wanted to. Or I could run straight up this giant, very steep ramp that has the main elevator on it. And I made sure that this elevator perfectly slots in right here, as you can see right here. The elevator is slotted in, and I have a thing that I use to check that right here. So I can drag this block up and down, and it will connect to the structures up top. But yeah, so this is a POI I'm currently working on, which is the interior of the wall. This is going to be an open roof POI that's going to have like a lot of catwalks and scaffoldings and like interesting pipes and other types of avenues for players to play around. I'm trying to make each area feel distinct but also similar, so players can still have a feeling of uniqueness when playing in the spaces, but also like similarity, so that they can have somewhat of an idea. So for example, this is the other pseudo-symmetric side of the double pipes. There's a big gun here instead of the tower, but it has the same like similar tower shape, so you kind of know what you're getting into when you come across this if you've been on the other side, and vice versa with this side of the dam, because this side of the dam is very similar to the other side as well. But this side, instead of having like a bunch of structures in the back and be kind of relatively trenchy and open up front, this side's actually like another like service ramp, pretty much, for like trucks and stuff to go down. And when trucks like come around this space, like you can jump on the trucks, you can like even with cars on the map, you could drive by the cars and try to just race down places. But for the most part, I tried to keep this relatively like well scaled and tried to just focus on making it different from the other side and unique enough to where players can kind of see a space and be like, I want to go there, and they can make it. So of course a lot of this is still unfinished. I'm still working on this, but this is from December 20th to about January 9th. I'd say really January 8th, because the 9th I took off for my birthday, obviously. But yeah, I just wanted to show you guys this update, as I did tease this on Twitter and LinkedIn to like just, you know, get some hype into this, because I will be playtesting this at some point once I finish it. But yeah, currently I have to finish this POI, which is, this is supposed to be like a big tower. I don't know if I'm going to allow players to go up that yet or not, but this POI is supposed to be like an excess retention area. So the excess comes through this pipe, loops back around, comes down, and yeah, so thank you all so much for watching and allowing me to show this stuff off to you. Of course, this is all very work in progress, and I will see you guys in the next update.